water, you gotta replace the liner. Or if it's patchable, that's fine, but as a liner gets older, the patches don't hold very well. So that would be one thing if the pool is losing water. Secondly, over time, the UV light from the sun fades the liner, and after 10, 12 years, typically liners don't look very good anymore, and people just want to replace them for that. Another thing that can happen is you get pH wrinkles. If the pH is way off in the water for a long period of times and you have alkalinity issues, you get these little spider wrinkles all over the bottom, and really what's happening is the material is literally collapsing on itself, and it creates these little wrinkles which get ugly. If you take care of your water chemistry perfectly, those will never be an issue. But I've seen a lot of those where people just, oh, it looks good, it must be fine, and they never pay enough attention, and over the course of several years they start creating these wrinkles. So either it's unsightly, or it's just not functioning anymore. If the pool is losing water because there's holes in the liner, it's time to replace it. What happens in the process of replacing liner? How do you go about it? Ideally, come out, you measure it, see what the liner is, see what you're looking to do, and there's typically a process of from the time the liner is drawn out or measured out to it being designed in the factory and then being built and shipped. There's a couple week window typically. So if you wanted a liner today, bare minimum, it's going to take a couple weeks for it to even come in, just purely because of the process. Beyond that, it's usually a 1 to 2 day process. Draining the pool, and it depends on what's underneath. There's easily a day of prep work on the underside to get that ready for the liner. And once you're putting the new liner in, it's a matter of hours, and then the liner's installed, and a matter of filling the pool up and then cutting everything back in. So typically 2 weeks to get the liner, 2 days to install it, and you're done. 20 mil versus 30 mil doesn't matter. You'll see some people say 20 gauge versus 28 gauge. That's the thickness of the material. And 28 mils versus 20 mils, there's certainly a thicker material. It's a noticeable feel. In terms of a general use, I would say that 20 or 28 is fine. I do know that in a simpler install, the 28 or 30 gauge is easier to work with. In a difficult install, the 20 gauge is much easier to work with. The more difficulty we have with curves and trying to fit over benches and on seats and different things and hard corners, 20 gauge is a little more flexible, not quite so stiff. And then another question I get is, what is a liner going to look like? How do I pick a liner? Well, if we look at the back of the material, this will indicate a lot of how the pool is going to look. If we have a white backing with a print, we're going to have a lighter color. So there's all different types of prints that you can get. It's just that look for the white backing. If it's a whiter backer, the pool is going to be lighter. If it's a lighter the blue or the darker the blue, these, if you look at these, they're not all the same. The different colors in blues. Here's a good example of two different blues. The darker the blue background, the darker the pool, and it's going to give you that really deep, deep royal blue look. A lighter blue is going to give you just a little bit more of a baby blue, and a whiter background is going to tend to give you more of a Caribbean teal color. Again, it's going to be influenced by the print on the front, but use this as the indicator first and then look at the print. Now the difference between these two, both with white backgrounds, is one is going to give you a really bright, almost, this one I would imagine is going to give you a not even real looking blue when it comes to water. This one is going to be more natural. So this is going to have a really bright, bold look to it. This is going to be a little bit more subtle of a teal blue. So that's kind of my recommendation when you do that. There's also, what I do like a lot is browns and blacks as a backing. It seems like they wouldn't look real good in water, but realize that the color of the water comes from the reflection of the sky, not from the base color. So the water is going to be blue, it just depends on the pattern, the darkness of blue. There's also a pattern, this is called tie-dye. A lot of different manufacturers make it. This is a really dark, dark liner, and its intent is to keep the water warm. Whether it does or not, I couldn't tell you. I do know though, if you choose this liner, it tends to wear out much quicker. It bleaches, and the UV light from the sun really, really seems to tear this up. And what happens is the liner gets really brittle. So that would be my hesitation with that, although I've been told, I haven't seen the proof of it, but I've been told that the water stays warmer because it's dark. So what happens, how is a liner made? And let me give you just a quick background in terms of how a liner is made. Well, this material, pick any one of these materials, comes in roughly 5 to 6 foot wide rolls, and is computer CAD designed based on the shape of the pool, and then all individually cut pieces, and then the pieces are ultrasonically seamed together. Most of it is using sound waves, although there's a few today that use hot air that actually melts the two and then rolls the liner together. But what happens when you put two pieces of material together, you have a seam there. There's going to be a bit of a thicker part of the material. What happens is you'll end up getting a little bit of a ridge. And if it's a white back, you're going to and a dark front, you're going to have a white line there. And you're going to see that seam. If you go with a darker liner with a darker background, when you seam them together, you won't see as much of a seam, so it won't be quite so apparent. Although, again, with some of the newer technologies using hot air versus using the ultrasonic welding, those seams are less, because what's happening is you're not rolling out as much of that material as it squeezes together, and you tend not to see the seams. But darker liners are certainly going to hide the seams better.